Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our overview of year number 2 with the New York Udder Tuggers and our custom franchise. We won the Stanley Cup, baby, and we're going to try to run it back here in year 2. And a lot of things have changed. A lot of players new to the franchise and a lot of players gone. And we're just going to go over to edit lines a little bit and show you. We have a pretty different team. I mean, there's some guys who have still stayed here. I mean, first off, Derek Stepan, we actually had given him the first extension at the end of last year. He'll be here with us for another 4 years, unless we want to trade him away or something like that. But we got a couple of new guys as well all over the place. I mean, Bach has come back and he's up to a 77. DA is back. Galchenyuk, I was able to somehow get back before. It was a little tough to try to get him back, but we were able to get him back. Zarnik or Charnik, I forget how to pronounce his name. I'm gonna butcher a lot of these guys' names, by the way. But he's back. Pitlick is back, and then we have a bunch of whole new faces in this lineup. So first off, left winger Lean Bergman. He's a grinder. I think he played for Vermont. Yes, he did. Again, we signed him in free agency. He had a -12, but I think he could do a little better with a better team because Vermont was not good. I think they won maybe like 6 games all year. So it's a different team that he's playing for, and hopefully he'll be a little bit better. Bottom 6 forward on the first line is not that great, but again, the highest overall you're going to get is like an 80, like step on here. How do I pronounce Andre? We got Andre over here, playmaker to accompany the first line sniper and step on, and the grinder. Honestly, I might switch. I'm going to switch back to the first line for now. He's a two-way forward. You can kind of work with there. That first line up there. I don't really see a reason why to have Bergman on the first line. But we also got Michael Dalcol on the line here, sniper. We signed him in free agency. I think it was a pretty good pickup. He seems to have a good fit for this team. And Jimmy VC, he played for West Virginia and did pretty good. 13 points in 20 games. Doesn't take a whole lot of shots for a sniper, or a two-way forward, actually. I thought he was a sniper, but he's a two-way forward. If you look at Dalcol, he played for West Virginia as well. 8 points in 20 games, -1, so not bad. I don't think anyway. And then Tyler Mott we picked up, left winger and center. He got 19 points in 20 games, so I was like, hell yeah. And I mean, Rhode Island was the best team record-wise, so it makes sense. And he had a +10 too, so he just kicked absolute butt, man. Like he just went nuts. And Ty Pitlick is obviously back, and Fashing, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, Hudson Fashing. He didn't play for a team last year. He was a free agent, but I decided to pick him up. I mean, 75 overall. He can be on the fourth line, down there, and as a power forward. A different take on, what it is. Oh, actually, I just noticed that the player type is actually still there. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I figured, having a bit of a difference in a power forward, would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'll see what I can do about this. I would like to actually have Bergman maybe on the third line as a grinder, but but the biggest acquisition now, sadly, Zdeno Chara had officially retired after last season. He is gone. I wanted to re-sign him back so badly, but he just wanted to up and retire, at like 45 years old or however old he was in this game. Being retired in real life. As I recorded this before the beginning of this actual season in real life for the NHL. He was our number one guy, and it was cool to have him, but he's gone now, and we had picked up PK Subban as our right defenseman, all right, two-way defender. Who did he play for last year? He played for Rhode Island, 11 points in 20 games, a +4. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see him as an Udder Tugger, and I think he'll do pretty good. As a point getter as well. We also signed Calvin DeHaan. Ventanen, I forget his last name. It was some pronunciation like that. I totally forget. He moved on. He didn't want to come back. I gave him, a bunch of offers, and he just didn't want to come back. So, obviously, we couldn't get him there on the first line. But Calvin DeHaan will do. DeHaan did not play last year, actually. Oh, no, he played for Connecticut. My mistake. He played for Connecticut, 20 games, 11 points. a +5, not terrible. So we'll see what he does there. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Venton's still here. Who was on the first line with us before? I totally forget. Vatanen was on the first line with us before, so I made a mistake. He's still here. I'm an idiot. He did fine last year. Ian Mitchell's still here. Then we got one more new guy, Dylan Sandberg, 2-way defender at 77 overall. He played with Rhode Island, played in 20 games. I'm gonna guess he played on that fourth line because he only had 1 point and a -1 all year. So he really, what was his ice time? His average ice time for a game? It was pretty decent. He just didn't really contribute that much, but hopefully as another Udder Tugger, he will contribute much more than he did with Rhode Island. And we still got Jazz Not Chisholm. I like to call him Jazz Not Chisholm. Baseball, because, Jazz Chisholm, he's a great ball player. But it's Declan Chisholm down there. And and goaltending, unfortunately, we lost Copley. He is now officially gone. I think I don't even know what team he's on now. I might have to check that out in a little bit. But we still have Kincaid. Now, technically, this Kincaid never played for us. He played in Rhode Island and did great. Our Kincaid, now, I'm a human being. And when I made these rosters, I might have duplicated some people. Kincaid was one of them. And we ended up getting the bad Kincaid because this Kincaid played 19 games, went 14-2-2, 3 shutouts, and a save percentage of .917 and a 2.21 goals against. I mean, he just did great for Rhode Island. I don't know why the other Kincaid did so bad for us, but he is just gonna be there and do whatever he can do for us. Hopefully he'll be the good Kincaid like he was with Rhode Island. And we got a new backup, Adam Scheel. Adam Scheel played with Vermont as their backup. He went 2-5-1 with a save percentage under .890 and a 3.56 goals against average. I mean, backup stats, not the greatest. Obviously, he played for Vermont, which honestly, this was probably the best goalie stats that they had. Let's be honest with them. But I think he'll be a good contributor as a backup for us. And he's still young. I mean, obviously, his potential as a backup goalie. I think he'll be fine. And then any scratches? Grimaldi is on the scratch list. I might bring him up. He's a AHL top 6 forward, but he did so well for us last year. I mean, he was the best goal scorer with 12 goals, 14 points, a +9. I mean, he did great. So I think I might actually end up putting him on the line and maybe Logan Shaw as well. I kind of just put best lines, and these guys kind of just fell into this category. Logan Shaw, he did pretty good, 7 points in 20 games, a +12. Obviously, he was on the ice when we scored. But we'll see. We'll see how things turn out. I might just change it up. I'm actually gonna start playing. I'm gonna start recording a couple of games after I'm done with this video. But I want to find Copley because oh my god, yeah, they got Dvorsky. Yeah, they drafted this guy Dvorsky. We can go over our draft picks too, I think. Actually, yeah, let's go do that. I think I can go over our draft picks right now. If I'm not mistaken, I can figure out who's who that we drafted. Obviously, they're not in the NHL yet. Let's see. Wyatt Johnston was this one guy we drafted? I don't know if that was a guy that we drafted. I don't think it was. Edward Sale was the guy that we drafted. Let's see. We drafted him in the 4th round, so he was a late rounder. But a 65 overall and a top 6 forward low, so it's a possibility. Who knows? Vomanis, did we draft him? No, we did not. We drafted this guy, Andrei Lazarev. We drafted him in the 3rd round, so we're kind of going up from the 4th to the 3rd round here. A center, 2-way forward. He's at a 62 overall right now, but his potential is a top 9 forward, so not bad. I think we drafted this guy. No, we did not. I think I got him on free agency. I got a bunch of guys with funny names on free agency, like Ekmark, John Krentz, and Christopoulos. A bunch of guys. Yeah, I just felt like, drafting. And a couple of guys that stayed. Misak is still, he's down here. He did pretty well for us, though. He did decent for us. But I think more playing time in the AHL will maybe do him better. He's still 21. He can grow a little bit. He's potential to be a top 6. So hopefully he'll be a big contributor in the future. The same thing with these 3. But we signed a lot of defenders. I think Joe Whitney was one of them. Let's see. Yes, we drafted him in the 6th round. He was a late round pick. A top D forward low. I mean, that's pretty damn good for a 6th round pick. So I think we won with that, in my opinion. 63 overall. It's going to take a little while for him to get up there, but he'll get up there. He will get up there. Theo Lindstein, I think we drafted him as well. Yep, he was our number 1 pick for the Udder Tuggers. Theo Lindstein, top 4 defender, just like his counterpart in Whitney. 1 overall, a little less. Their line chemistry is at a -1, which is interesting. If I might have to switch that around a bit, maybe see what best line chemistry could be for them, because I want them to grow, and I don't want their overalls to diminish in any other way. Golder, we signed him in free agency, and Dennis, we signed him in free agency. And, oh, my controller's about to die. Goaltending, we did sign a goaltender. I don't know where. I think he might be in scratch. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys here in scratches. Grotch, I think we signed free agency. Cooper, I mean, it's just a bunch of guys. Like, I mean, I like the name Cooper. You know, Pasternak, the future Pasternak, Pasta baby. No, he's just down there. Fedorkov was another guy. Heim, did we draft him? No, he was another guy that we picked up in free agency. Another free agency guy, and Pavlovich, another free agency guy. So interesting. I don't remember seeing our 2nd round pick in here. Interesting. Did we not see? Yeah, there's a 3rd rounder. Lazarov. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, these are all free agents. Yeah, these are all free agents. But these 2 are going to be our big guys. Whitney and Lindstein over here. They're going to be our big guys, and they're going to be, you know, just, hopefully in the future, they would just be absolute dominating, you know, presence on defense, and hopefully it will be like that for them. But for now, this is your Udder Tuggers team. I think, personally, and me and my buddies had gone over this when we went through free agency, I think this team is better than last year's team. I mean, yeah, we won the Stanley Cup, but we went 12-8. You know, we kind of got lucky. You know, I mean, I didn't really change many of the settings at all. I did tune the sliders a little bit at one point to where, like, the computer was a little overpowering. Like, I had it like over 20 points higher than my slider, and I never changed mine. I haven't made my sliders higher. I only made the computers higher, and they're still higher than me. So if you want me to make a video of what sliders that I use, feel free to put it in the comments below. But yeah, this is your season 2 Udder Tuggers, baby, and this is what we're gonna roll with for the while here. And if anything changes, obviously you'll be able to see on the lines. The game usually does give you updates on whatever, you know, trades that were made. I think they had shown that a little before, that there were, you know, they would show that what, you know, trades were made. I don't know, but anyway, I'm excited. I'm gonna get playing right away. Thank you guys so much for watching and following this series. Again, I don't do commentary on the games, but if you guys want me to do like updates throughout the season and do a little like videos like these, where I actually commentate over them, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in season number 2.